In this video, I'm going to go over getting the cross collar choke from the mount position. This is a question that tons of people had in regards to finishing a submission from the mount. It's like, how do I get the cross collar choke from the mount? How do I do this successfully? And it's actually, it's one of the hardest submissions to get, in my opinion, from the mount. But once you learn how to do it properly, it is extremely effective, and it's one of the best submissions. I mean, if you look at Roger Gracie, regardless of his size, his cross collar choke from the mount is so technically proficient, and he has such good position and such good pressure that he was choking everybody out with it. I think there was one year in the Worlds where he had 9 submissions from his weight and the absolute, where he submitted every single person with a cross collar choke from the mount. They're completely insane. And I'm going to do the best I can to give you my variation of the cross collar choke from the mount, which has worked out a lot for me. And it's a grinding choke. This is not a nice submission. If we go back to some of the videos where I talk about the mount position, and I talk about how the mount position should not be a nice position. It should be a position where you torture your opponent. The cross collar choke not only follows that mantra, like it takes it to a whole nother level, in my opinion. So we're here, right? I'm gonna have Russ in the mount. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is just kind of like how we might get this collar grip. And you're going to have a lot of people who may be able to just get it right away here, but more often than not, it's not that easy. The person's going to be protecting, especially with the gi on. That person protects because they want to protect their arms from arm bars, and they want to protect their neck from chokes. So I go back to the position tips that we worked on, where I put pressure into the top of his elbow. So I'm putting forward pressure into the top of his elbows. Right? I'm putting downward pressure into his forearms. I cover his head here, and then I post out here. If at any point he decides to try to wiggle and escape, he's going to give me an opening. He literally just gave me the position here. So if that happens, he gave me knees up, he flared his elbows out. Okay, that's super easy. All we do is just keep downward and forward pressure, you win. So if we go back, let's say that doesn't happen. Now we're here, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to grind side to side. I talked about this in another video. Then I open up his elbows. This is very important because by opening up his elbows, it opens up his gis for opportunities. Also, by opening up his elbows to keep my body close, it actually makes it hard for him to get his hands back in, to fight my hands to get from getting his collar. So when I come here, boom, boom, right? Look where his hand is. His hand is up here. When he goes to get his hand back underneath my body, it's actually pretty difficult for him to do that. If I want to get my right hand on his right collar, which is a cross, I'm actually going to overemphasize a little bit on this side. So when I'm here, I'm going to overemphasize. Because now when he goes to get his right hand back in, it's difficult for him to do that. It's really hard. So once I'm here, I'm covering. This hand is now going to curl under, and I'm going to go across his neck. So if you can't see this, I'm going to show you with my body high, right? Because you can't see it. I'm down low. I'm doing this. I'm doing a wrist curl. Under, sliding across his neck here, and then pointing my fingers down. And at the same time, I'm using my body to keep his hand away. I don't really care about this hand as much. I care more about this hand because this hand is going to be the one that's really blocking me from getting it. So if I'm able to keep his hand away with my body a little bit, and I go here, I come here, and now I get the grip. And then I close my grip. So if we turn this way, all the way, he has his elbows tight, I'm down low, I grind, I open, right? I emphasize on the side that I want to get the grip, then from here, I come underneath, I go like this, point, get my grip, now I got my grip. Once I have my grip, I don't put my elbow, personally, on the chest. I start getting choking pressure right away. I put it more on his shoulder, here. So I start going like this. And the only reason my body is up is so you can hear me talking right now. This is how your proper position should be, just like this. You should be like this, head down. If he goes to bump me, he's gonna have trouble. Honestly, I just have super good position here. Because what's happening is, by having this grip here, having pressure across his neck, and having pressure down on his face, and having my head planted on the mat, it gives me such a good base and such a good foundation. Keep pressure downward on their face. Ideally, try to make them turn towards the grip that you have. It doesn't really matter too much, but like ideally you want to make them face the direction of the first hand, right? And the reason for that is because it makes it hard for them to turn, and it makes opening up this side of the neck much easier. So when I'm here, I was able to get my hand inside, curl. Here, I'm down low, and then I'll grind his head facing this way, and then my head goes on this side. Here, my feet are still active. Just like how we talk, my feet are still active, just like how we talk about in other mount positions. Here, like this. Now from here, when he goes to move around, this is super strong. There's gonna be even times where he's gonna feel like he's choking himself, okay? So now when I'm here, I then walk my hand around this way, bring my elbow in. So basically what I'm doing is, pretend this grip is still in. The reason I took it out is because I don't want to choke Russ while I'm doing this, okay? So I'm here, I bring this hand out, elbow goes down, and we turn this way a little bit. And then here's the really crappy part for him. I'm then going to grind it up his face, putting lots of pressure. Many times you're going to choke people before your hand ever reaches here. So I go here, grind, 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 grind. I get the grip, and once I get the grip, I square back up. I square back up, and then I tighten my elbows in, okay? So here, he's blocking. I grind, grind, grind. I open. I emphasize on this side so I can control this hand. Here, everything's down. Because even now when he goes to bump me, right, he's gonna have trouble. As he's doing that, look, he's giving me the grip. Once I get the grip now, then I come back here, like this. We rotate this way. I walk, 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 go here, and then I grind, 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 and then I square up, and then I finish. Now, like real life type of scenario, you're gonna choke many people without even reaching here. So what you want to do is you want to like really. Can I just borrow you for a second? Yeah. You just sit. Yeah. You want to go like this here, and you want to grind, grind. Look how I'm turning his face. Grind, 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 grind. Get it? And then once I'm here, right? Everything is tight. So I go here, grind, 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 and then I square up, so I can finish. But everything stays down low. This is not a high choke. There should be no space. All right. So if we do it again from this scenario, we're actually going to turn this way. I was able to open, 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 boom. He might try to bump me off. Opens his gi up, right? See how I'm here up like this? Because my knees are high, he's gonna have trouble bumping me off. So it can really push me hard. Here. Look, I'm coming up now, I come back down. My head goes down, everything goes down, then my elbow goes over here. Elbow goes on his jawline, push, 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 push. Square back up. That particular situation, like I wasn't even able to fully square back up because I did put it a little bit tighter. But if you have everything in place, this, in my opinion, is one of the worst chokes to get done to you. It really sucks. There's so much choking pressure. Not only that, the person's practically giving you gi burn across your face. It is just super mean, but it's super effective. And if you do the chest grinding, if you do the chest positioning where you focus on keeping their hand open, and if you also even look for them to push you off, that's going to help you get a tighter grip because you're doing things properly, right? And then he's now going to resort to just quickly like bumping you. He's going to open things up to where you could just slip that hand right in, and then from there, head down to the mat. Get your position. Grind, 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 grind. Square up. And then from here, once you square up, everything goes like, I'm not even doing this. All I'm doing is this. Everything comes tight, okay? So I'm here, everything tight, and then we go for our finish. So hopefully this helps you out. There's also a video on this, another video on this on the Grapplers Guide as well. So this might have given you extra details. That video might give you extra details as well if you're a Grapplers Guide member. But this is one of the best ways that I like finishing the cross collar choke. It works a lot for me when I do play this type of game, and it also helps me keep my position so I can go for the choke and not lose my position at the same time. So I'll play around with this. If you have any questions or comments, post below. Peace.